obviously you want a disc. And today I will be doing the dye job on a Discmania Enigma in the Neo.
Why is everything I do in shaving cream? I feel like I need to blossom, explore my boundaries, do something new, something fascinating that I haven't dipped into yet. Oh yeah, we're doing a glue bed dye. We're doing a glue bed dye! Awesome. So what's going on, guys? Today we're doing a glue bed dye, as I just mentioned, because I need to venture out and I need to start daring to steer the just a Trevor. So I figured it was time to adventure out, start doing some different dyes, and one that I've been really fascinated with is glue bed dyeing. It comes out really swirly and the lines are very crisp as opposed to like a bursting galaxy cotton candy kind of fluffy look that the shaving cream gives you. So I really wanted to give it a shot. I've been dabbling with it. You can see it over on my TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. So go check me out on those social medias. I'll link the medias in the descriptions. I guess we could just kind of jump into it. So today, the discs I'm dyeing are a Neo method in white with the Lucky Ace stamp, as well as a Lucky Ace stamped Neo Origin. These happen to be Casey Pennington. If you don't know her, she's a pro disc golfer sponsored by Discmania and Lucky Ace Discs. And she's awesome. She crushes, number one. She's an incredible putter, number two. I mean, obviously she's sponsored by Discmania and Lucky Ace, so obviously good. So I can't let her down, dudes. It's a lot of pressure. I wasn't ready for it. So you have some things that you're going to need for a glue bed dye. Obviously, you'll need some glue. The clear Elmer's glue, you can buy it for like $15 for a big jug of it on Amazon. That's what I recommend. Very simple to find. You can usually get it in like 1 day shipping to your house, and it's relatively inexpensive. Number two, you are going to need plastic trays. Like all the dyes we do, in every video I do, you need plastic trays. You know that stupid joke I made last time? A tray. You need plastic trays. Number three, and probably the most important part of dyeing a disc, you need the dye. So what I'm using is a combination of about 80 to 70% RIT dye more synthetic to about 20 to 30% water ratio. With this, it allows you to let the dye last a little bit longer, but you could go 100% RIT dye or 100%, well, you can't go 100% water, but you can use all RIT dye. That's totally fine. I don't know why I was gonna say 100% water. What part of my brain possessed me to say that? I don't know. Number four, you need these little droplet bottles. I got a pack of like 15 of them for $12 on Amazon. There's just these little glass bottles with little droplet tops to them that screw on and hold the dye, so you can just pour them in there and pull out what colors you want as you need them. The last thing you need, number cinco, is just like a small tip of a paintbrush or a toothpick. A toothpick would be really good. Something really thin so when you're pulling it through the glue, it doesn't create a lot of bubbles. That's everything you need. I guess I could just walk you through the process of how I'm going to dye Casey's discs. They just cut to the B-roll. So to get started, first and foremost, make sure to wash the disc with warm water and dish soap. This will help open the plastic up to be more susceptible to receiving the dye. Also, use dish soap, not acetone, because if you use acetone, that stamp is gonna come off, and we like the stamp on these discs, so we're gonna keep it by using dish soap to get the oils and the grime and the grit and the blah, 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 blah off the disc. So basically what you're gonna do is you're going to dump the clear glue into the plastic tray and just look at that gooey goodness. I honestly, every time I do this, I want to just stick my hand in the middle of the glue. It's something about it, man. It's just, I just want to touch it, you know? You don't need it to be crazy deep. maybe a ½ inch deep in the tray. So we're going to take our little droplet bottles full of RIT dye, and we are going to just, from about 3 to 6 inches over the dye, just start putting little drops of dye all over the glue, just kind of wherever you want to. Have fun with it. It's gonna look like they're sitting in one spot on the glue, but you'll notice as, about 10 to 20 seconds goes on, the dye starts to spread out over the glue, so you get full coverage. You don't need to worry about covering the whole thing in every little drop. Now we have the dye sitting on top of the glue. You're gonna take your little toothpick or tip of a paintbrush or whatever, and we are going to just kind of swirl it through the glue. Don't go too fast, because if you go too fast, it's gonna make bubbles, and the bubbles will show up as just empty space in the dye, and we want the whole disc to have like a creamy, fully covered, sharp line look. We don't want any bubbles like we would in a shaving cream dye. So now that we have the dye swirled on top of the glue, we're going to take the disc. I like to grab it on either side, on the underside of the flight plate under the rim, and you push one side down first, usually the side closest to you, and just kind of smush it on once again like you would a vinyl sticker to avoid any air pockets between the disc and the glue. So now that we've reached that stage, all we have to do is let the disc sit. This will usually last about the same time as it would with the shaving cream dye, but it won't come out as potent. And especially because it's freaking cold. I'm filming this during the crazy Arctic cold front coming through Texas. It's going to be cold, so I am going to leave this one overnight, because the colder the temperature you store the disc with the dye on it in, the less it's going to absorb in a quick amount of time. So we're just going to leave it in the glue bed overnight. I'm going to force myself to be patient and leave it in there, and we'll see how they turn out. Freaking gosh, so freaking cold. Gosh dang, cold. Why is it so cold? Why is it so cold? Hey Bob. It has been so cold. So this is one video for you. For me, this has taken the course of 5 days just to be able to film this final part of the video. It has been crazy cold here in Texas. We've had the freezing. We lost power for 38, almost 40 hours. We didn't have internet for 4 days. And it was hard to dye discs because you can't let a disc sit in sub 40 degree temperatures and expect the dye to soak into the plastic as well. Plus, I think the plastic on these Neo discs doesn't hold very well in terms of a glue bed dye. Still comes out looking cool. It's just a little paler than it normally would be with like a shaving cream dye or something. But man, like, I put the discs in the glue bed and I waited a day and they had frozen in my garage. They had almost frozen to the glue. So I brought them inside and let them sit for one more day because I was like, it's cold. It's going to need another day to sit. Brought them inside. We were only able to get the house up to maybe 55 degrees for that night with our space heaters. And, the next day I was just like, you know what? I'm not doing any ASMR, pull them out of the glue, visual ASMR. And I just pulled them out and rinsed them off, and they are right here. I really hope Casey likes these. Kind of went through hell to get these dyed, especially with this cold weather. So, Casey, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. I tried. I'd be willing to do different discs of yours to fix it. So yeah, this is what came out. We got two different dyes here. We have a pink and blue one, and then we have a singular just blue. They came out pretty swirly, pretty nice. I enjoyed it. The Lucky Ace stamp is a really cool addition to this. This is a Neo method and Neo origin. If you haven't checked out Lucky Ace discs, you should go to luckyacediscs.com. I'm also going to be doing a lot of work over on their YouTube channel, so go subscribe to them over there at Lucky Ace TV. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry it's not exactly like my other videos because I froze. Pretty much just froze for these past few days. So, since I froze, if you could please like the video, maybe hit the subscribe button, maybe share the video on glue bed dies, because this style is so easy to do. You guys should get out there and try it. And then go over to my Instagram and share your glue bed dies with me over there in DMs. And you know, if you have any questions or concerns, you can ask me over there. And I try to respond as much as possible. Sometimes I don't see it and I'm sorry, but it is what it is. Are you coming up? Okay. Well, thank you guys for liking and subscribing and hanging out. Not on the microphone, please. Don't forget, Leo, y'all just don't forget to throw up.